Dr. Gilda, this topic today you said is really a heartbreaking one, right?
This is really breaking my heart, and it's probably going to break a lot of people's hearts. Two sisters. They passed a building. I don't know if it was a church. I don't know if it was a school. I don't know what it was, but it had steps on it. On the steps, there were memorial things for Charlie Kirk, and there were flowers. There were candles that were lit. And these two sisters put their middle fingers up and screamed out, F Charlie Kirk, and kicked the flowers and kicked the candles. And they said, because we're fighting fascism, a word they probably don't even know. The two sisters, two lowlifes, worked for a living, which is a good thing. One of them immediately was fired from her job because the police came and they arrested these two beauties. One of them was released from her job, and the second one was living with her boyfriend for a year in the boyfriend's mother's house. And the mother said, I listened to her talk about her views about life and all. And I listened and I respected them. I mean, they were not my views, but they were her views. But the moment she trashed a dead father's memory and two children, she said it was all over. She said, out of here. She kicked her out of the house. Boyfriend dumped her, and that was the end of it. That was the end of it. He broke up with her. Now, this is so timely because I just wrote an article about mean girls versus real women. These two were mean girls. And in the article, I say to men, before you decide, if you've been burned, men, if you've been burned, you have some choices. If you've been burned by a woman, you can either leave the woman and find somebody new, or never date again, never marry. And some of the guys who write to me say, I'm never doing that again. But I have to compliment this girl's boyfriend, former boyfriend, ex-boyfriend. He had the guts to say, we're done. He had the guts to say, now I have discovered what a mean girl is. Now, I posted this article that I just wrote about the difference between mean girls and real women. And guys were saying on LinkedIn, educated population, they were saying the problem with this is that it takes so long to find out who's the mean girl. And you have to have patience and you have to have perseverance to discover if this person is a good person or a mean girl. And yes, that tells you everything. Yes, yes, yes. It takes time. The old song, You Can't Hurry Love. Uh, you can't hurry a relationship. You have to see a person in action. This guy, who was this girl's ex-boyfriend, found out and said, I am done. You are out of my life. And God bless his mother also for giving him great training in knowing right from wrong. You know what? This girl was screaming, the two sisters were screaming, I have every right to speak my mind. It's freedom of speech. Suddenly they're into the amendments of the Constitution. Constitutionalists. Really? The problem is that you do not raise your hands. You do not kick. You do not throw somebody else's memorial items
No, you don't.
around. That is total disrespect. It is as disrespectful as the idiots who were keying the Teslas, who were dressing up as people that they weren't, who were playing this
Right.
camouflage game.
Right.
You have no rights to do that.
Exactly. All
So
right.
God bless this guy. This guy. I would love to have him on our show so we can interview him.
All right. All right. DrGilda.com. That was